Hey y'all. So despite me not having gas for my welder, which I'm getting this week, probably tomorrow or the next day, I still mocked up the frame for my bus doors. So just imagine two bus doors in this inside frame. And let me show you how I built it out. Okay, so here we go. So there's the upper part. So what I used for the original framing part here, right here, it's 2 by 2 angle, and it's 3/16 inch thick. It's pretty stout, so that's welded up to give me a flat surface for my flange here for the door frame itself. So the door frame itself is 1.5 by 2 by an 1/8 inch thick. So that the doors are approximately 1 inch and 1/16 thick. So being that these are 2 inches thick here to here, the door will come to here. So from here, I don't know, a little less than 1 inch will be from here to here, and that's going to be, we're going to actually spray foam the inside of the door to insulate that as well. We're still going to keep the windows. There's 4 windows in it, so we're still going to keep that. So what we've also done is this is a brace that I've got from there, and let me stand back. So there it all is right there. Right there. So what I do have is I have to crawl inside here like that. So what I did was I took 1/8 inch, oh it's hard to see, there we go. I took 1/8 inch width, and that's what I'm using for a spacer. See right there and right there. So I have an 1/8 inch of wiggle room, like let's say if we're parked a little crooked or whatever, so it'll be for flex. So there's an 1/8 inch all the way around. So I have a plate here. Sorry, it's hard to see. I have a piece in here, and then if you go down, 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 I've got another piece right there in the middle of the door. I have one down there that's giving my gap, and then I have one where the tape is where a 1/8 inch plate is sitting to give me the clearance. There, and then right there, and right there, and then right there. And all these are actually, they're just in place. That one's hard. The upper ones are hard to see because of the lighting. And this I'm going to remove, and this is just sitting in there just to keep the distance up against the 1/8 inch thickness one. But this is actually going to be like a three-quarter square tubing, because this is a little longer than 1 inch, so it sticks out past the frame after you put the door in, because the door is a little bit larger than 1 inch. So if you look here, I'll do this one. So this one is giving me my thickness, but it's just there for the thickness. So when I weld it up, I'll have an 1/8 inch all the way around for a gap. And then with this is actually a 2 inch piece. This is 1.5 inches. So inside this frame here, there's going to be a weather seal, like a seal, that's going to go there, and that's what's going to create the seal from the door to the bus. That's why I wanted to put in this flat piece here, to make sure I had a flat piece that this could go against to make a good positive seal. And I want the seal on the door side, because coming in and out, I don't want, scoop, kicking the seal and ruining it, so to speak. So that in a nutshell is how I'm building my door. and retaining the factory school bus doors, because I really like the doors and I like being able to see when I'm driving the side of the road coming in, and those doors are awesome. And to help with the insulation issues with the heat cold transfer or whatever, we're going to spray foam them. Sure, the glass is going to be there, the original glass, and there's probably going to be some sweating on there. I'm going to lose a little from there, but you know what, it's the price you pay when you want to use the original school doors. I just think it'll keep it that schooly look. I mean, there's nothing wrong with an RV door, not at all. It's probably insulated better, and you know, it's probably a better seal and a lot less work than what I'm doing here. But really, I kind of want this the way I want it, and I'm gonna go with the school bus door. I had to get rid of the windows. I really wanted to use those emergency exit windows because they fold out, but I couldn't because they were leaking too bad, even after resealing them. So that's how it is. Hey everyone, well, I'm back at it. Got gas for the welder, and now I've just ground all the edges around, and let's get to welding. Well, I got it all tacked up, so I'm gonna pull it back out, see how it goes, clean up some of these, and then fit the doors in. Alright, so I've got the frame welded up. I'm a painter by trade, not a welder. I'm a welder out of necessity, I'll tell you that much. But I got it all welded. These two pieces joined here, and then the corner's done. This one over here is done. There. And then that. And then that one. So there it is. So that's how it's going to fit in there. Just like that. I got a tripod, and I mounted the new phone. I'm doing everything with my phone. I record videos, I edit it all with my phone. So anyway, so here we go. So now it's all in there. It's not coming out at all. So I like that. Like I was saying, what I did was I welded the inside frame with, it's 1/8" square tubing is what the door frame is made out of, and I am using 1/8" thickness here, so it made welding it together a lot easier than trying to weld 24 gauge ish to 1/8" thick. I started blowing holes through it. I couldn't turn the heat down enough to get it to penetrate on the 1/8". I'm not that great of a welder, like I said. It's out of necessity, not really my thing. But what I'm going to do is, now that it's all in there and I have my 1/8" spacers, I'm going to pull it out, and then I'm going to finish welding the back sides of the frames together. And then I've got square tubing I'm going to be using for bracing on the very top, the middle right here, and then on the very bottom. Now this is open right here. I'm going to sheet that in, and then that's where my door handle is going to be, like a RV latch, so I'll be able to lock it and what have you. But it'll be right there because that's why I pushed everything to one side that way, so I could open it and it would open this way, right? And now I'm going to weld, and I'm going to also weld hinges to it here. I'm going to have I haven't decided if I'm going to go with 4 or if I'm just going to go with 3, you know, like one at the top, one in the middle, and then one on the bottom. But since I have, let me show you. There we go. But since my material is 1/8 inch here, whoops, sorry. Now, when I have material is 1/8 inch frame, and then behind that is 3/16 frame to the bus. So I've got quite a gap there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my 3/16 inch plate, and I'm going to weld it to this like that, and then I have 1/8 inch plate somewhere, and I'm going to weld it to here, so it'll make up the gap from here to here for my hinge, which will be like right there. See? So it'll be like that, and then that will be welded here and here and here, and then I'll probably use bolts through here so I can remove the door if I ever need to, but that should be good. So that's how it's going right now. So I'm going to pull this out, set it on the stand on the horse, and then probably tomorrow I'm going to finalize the welding in there, grind it up a little bit more, that kind of deal. All right, so I will try to finish it up tomorrow with the hinges. It depends on how it goes, so I will let you know. So right now I'm just kind of prepping the area for the shims that I'm going to be building this up with, so I can put the hinge there and down there. So that's what I'm doing right now. My plate. So the hinge will go right there. Awesome. All right, so I'm gonna do that again down below, and then I have to run to Home Depot and get some bolts after I get this all welded up, and then I'll show that process. Well, okay, I got the hinges mounted. I'm about to break it free. Let me move this back a tad bit and raise it up a little bit. Okay, so if it all goes well, it should just open right up. All right, let's see. Yep. And there it is. And there's the door. No problem. Look at that. It's a heavy door. Nice. So the door project is basically complete. I'm just going to put right there, I'm going to put a piece of 3/4. Hold on a second, let me show you. And there we are. So let me show you here. Move that so you can see it real good like. So I got a piece of 3/4 that I'm going to put here, right there, and then I'm going to put it on the top and then on the bottom down below. And then I'm going to sheet this side over on the outside, and then that's where the RV latch is going to be to open and close it. And that's it. Yep. So that's the door. That is definitely what I'm liking. Right there. And there we go. Bam. So I'm gonna finish this one up, but that's all I'm doing for the door as far as videos go. I kind of explained everything, how I did it. Hopefully it'll help some of you out there to go ahead and reuse those doors on your buses, because you know they're beautiful, and you've got lots of sight, being able to see the side of the road. So that's where I would go with that. That's why I'm using them. Okay, well, thanks for watching this episode's part 1 and part 2. Sorry it's a little long, but you know, with something like this, it kind of has to be that way. All right, well, thanks for watching, and wait until the next episode.